All right, homework day 29 starts out with simplifying a sum or difference of two univariate polynomials. Univariate just means you have the same variables. We all have v's or v squareds in there. Polynomial just means there's more than one term in each expression. This one happens to have three terms. That's one term, there's one, there's a term. So all we're really doing is looking and saying, okay, between these two parentheses we have adding, we're going to add our like terms in our expression. So we have a negative 7v squared and a positive 4v squared. Negative 7 plus 4 is negative 3v squared then. We add or subtract our coefficients, but we leave the exact same variable. Then we do our middle terms. Positive 3v plus 5v, positive 8v, and we need to make sure we put that sign in there since it's not the leading term. And then our constant terms are numbers. Negative 2 plus 1 would be negative 1. So negative 3v squared plus 8v minus 1 would be our answer. Number 2, same thing. If I look at my two polynomials, in between my parentheses it tells me I'm adding those two expressions. So I'm going to add my like terms together. So starting with my y squared, 7y squared plus 6y squared would be 13y squared. Now this one doesn't have any y's, but this one has a negative y, so 0 plus negative y is still negative y. And then my constant terms, my numbers, positive 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Normally they'll do them in descending order from the highest exponent down, but if you put 13y squared minus 2 minus y, it's the same answer. So on the third one, this time it tells us, if my little thing disappears here, that we are subtracting our two expressions. So technically subtracting is adding the opposite, or you can think about it as distributing that negative sign. This part's going to stay the same, 4x minus 6, but then a negative times a positive makes that a negative 2x squared. Negative times a negative makes that a positive 7x. And then a negative times a negative makes that a positive 6. So that I have the opposite of everything that was in the parentheses. Now I can go ahead and combine my like terms, starting with my x squared term. There's only one of them. It's a negative 2x squared. Then my x's, 4x plus 7x would be 11x, so plus 11x. And then my numbers, if I have a negative 6 and a positive 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. They just cancel each other out. So you don't need to put anything down for that. So just negative 2x squared plus 11x.